standing way to say.
Stockholm syndrome.
Peace.
Look up what Stockholm syndrome is, and you've got it.
Peace.
Bye bye. Your turn.
كتاب الله دستوري كتاب الله دستوري وخير الخلق أسوتنا بسنته
To be banished from the face of the earth.
Can I say something? As I was saying, for 2,000 years, my people were killed by Christians.
Don't talk about 2000, I'm talking about now. Let's talk about now. Today.
Elie Wiesenman, which is a famous Holocaust survivor, Nobel Peace Prize, actually literate, who said, those that don't learn from history is bound to repeat it. I need to learn from history.
Learned.
What? Yes,
You
I
haven't
learned. 2,000 years in Christian
your enemy.
countries, I had Holocaust,
God.
blood libels, everything. 2,000 years by them,
Somebody's
I
enemy.
paid them a $5 a day and they left
We
me
are
alone.
not the
I kind of
enemy.
think of it as a
We are
discount.
not the
You know how
enemy.
much? You know how much?
Shame on him.
You know how much
Shame on him.
No.
Christian took from
No.
my
An
people.
ideology that wants him dead.
We are
And it
proud
says
of
that
him.
if
I
you'd
don't
read-
support
listen to me.
Christians.
If you'd read the Quran,
Yes.
then you would know that you would not be standing next to these people.
Where does it say kill the Jew?
guided.
Into Islam.
I know what she's talking about. I don't know.
He's crazy. Okay, there's a crazy Jew.
Oh, that's
He has to agree with you.
that's
otherwise
anti-Semite.
crazy.
That's
You've read
anti-Semite.
the Quran. And you know.
If he's not-
You're going to be arrested,
and he
actually.
knows.
Crazy.
If you say what you're saying is
He's a
anti-Semite.
Jewish guy. What?
Jew, you
He's
say.
Jewish. He's got a.
Not
What?
Jewish.
Jew?
Jewish.
A Jew is a Jewish person. It's
Yeah.
okay
Why
to
are
call
you
somebody
insulting
Jew.
him? But why are you
It's
insulting
fine, but if you Muslims say it, then it's
identifies
anti-Semitism.
as
Yeah, exactly.
Only white
if I
people
say
can
that,
say
if I
it.
say that, I'm going to be
White
nicked.
people can.
I'm going to be nicked. I'm going to be arrested if I say
Exactly.
that. But
Be careful
she's
what you
right
say.
to say that to the
Speaker's
Jewish
corner,
people.
dear.
Yeah?
Speaker's corner,
So
freedom
you
of
can
speech.
insult people.
Yes, you can insult
You
people.
can insult Jewish
29J
and Muslims.
of the Public Order Act 1986, Chapter 64, Section 3A.
Yeah?
29J says I can mock, ridicule, hate, deride anybody I like. Any
you're-
ideology
and
I
you're
like.
doing
And this is
very
your
well
ideology.
keeping the
And
law.
that's the law
That
in
is
this
your
land.
ideology,
That's
actually.
the law in
That
this
is your
land.
ideology.
And that's what I
That's your
protect.
ideology.
That's what I'm
No, you
protecting.
don't.
Is my
You
freedom
want to free
of
someone that was in
expression.
contempt of court.
Exactly. Well said.
Well,
Look,
am I stupid?
run away.
Yeah, don't
Run
say-
away
the
now.
point was-
Run away to Trump.
If he would have gone to jail reporting on a white person's
system,
case,
dear.
corrupt system.
He's a white
So you
man.
don't have to keep the laws because it's a corrupt
He's really
system.
proving-
So that, what does that mean? Corrupt system? It means you don't have to keep the laws. It means Tony
They
Robbins.
don't follow the law. Oppression. The government supports Islam.
The government.
The police support Islam.
So now he can do what the
The
fuck he
authorities
likes.
support
So he
Islam.
should go into a mosque and
So when
machine
you
gun
criticize-
everyone.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Why?
That's
It's a
idiotic.
corrupt system.
Yeah.
Oh my God!
You just not said
I
he
thought
can-
I could have a discussion with you, but you're coming across really crazy now. If you
My
talk
logic
about,
is-
it's really not
flying
there.
right over
It
you.
doesn't work.
It's fine.
No, there's
There are
no
people
logic.
like that.
It's madness.
When you
Little
rewatch the
bit
video and you
hinged,
edit,
unhinged.
you'll understand me.
Exactly.
So what's this about a gun and going into a mosque and
But
shooting
stop
people?
insulting
It's a
people.
corrupt system. You should be able to shoot Muslims according to your belief.
No,
The
I
government
said the
supporting
system-
them.
Yeah.
You just now
The
said Tony
system
can.
supports Islam, you fool.
So that means you can
You're
go in a
not
mosque.
here.
Does that mean you can go in a mosque and shoot it up? No, because even if
No!
straw man.
It
She never said that you
supports.
she said Tony
Wait.
can do contempt in court because
Do you
it's a
not
corrupt
understand?
system.
You
How
not
does that make
How's
sense?
that the same as shooting up a mosque, though?
You're being
They're
so
both
foolish.
breaking the
Why
law.
don't
Why
you-
do you
why don't you
choose
actually
which one you can
explain
break
what
the
Being
law?
so foolish. If I'm saying that the system supports Islam, and if somebody went into a mosque and shot Muslims, they'd be in trouble, you fool.
If they shoot
The
anyone,
government
Because the
supports.
government supports Islam. Hello.
Support
Oh my God, he's
everyone.
thick. He doesn't understand.
Everyone.
He's thick. He's
Everyone.
thick.
You're
No, no,
just-
no, 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 no.
Support
No,
everyone.
no, no.
If,
We're under
if somebody
Sharia
come
right
and
now.
harm
We're
you,
under Sharia
they
right
will
now.
support
Your
you.
hijab doesn't look very Sharia
It's
like.
not going to happen. It's never going to happen.
Like, we just under Sharia. What
I'm
happened?
going to leave him alone.
Yeah,
He's
go on.
very, he's attached.
Run away
very
to
unhinged
Trump.
Jewish
Bye-bye.
guy Who doesn't understand that he is supporting, he's standing next to his potential murderers right there. Hugging them.
Peace.
I was standing
That's
waiting
called
to
the
say.
Stockholm syndrome.
Peace.
Look up what the Stockholm syndrome is, and you've got it.
Peace.
Bye-bye. Your turn.
My turn.
Your turn.
Okay,
Here we go.
So
Your turn.
contempt of courts, the same as shooting up a mosque. I didn't understand. I mean, maybe I came in halfway through and I didn't understand the point what you were making. What was the exact
Because
point?
if she believes that Tony Robertson is exempt from the law of contempt of court because it's biased to Muslims, she could in theory believe he can shoot up a mosque because it's Muslim. She claims because it was a Muslim trial, the law is automatically biased towards the Muslims, so it doesn't apply to Tony. So in other words, anything regarding Muslims, law doesn't apply to Tony, she believes.
isn't that an extrapolation? Like you're kind of taking this particular. She has an issue with like this contempt of court case, and now you're thinking that kind of
very
she
few
thinks that.
racists wake up one day, day before and loving everyone, and the next day blow themselves up in the building. It takes time. If you start off with believing Muslims are exempt from the laws when it comes to contempt of court, I don't know how far she'll go. Till 5 minutes ago, I wouldn't believe anyone would go that far. To believe that Muslims are exempt from that part. I don't know how far she'll go.
Okay, but like at the moment you're strawmanning her, though. You admit that. You just think that in the future she could be that way, but you admit she isn't saying that at the moment.
You know, in one of the Jewish books, it says, I'll translate. Who is a wise man who sees the future, who prepares for the future? If every time we have there's the government have a prevent strategy for Muslims. That's grasping at straws. We believe he might become radicalized, so we send him to prevent. It's the exact same thing, just the other way around.
Do you think there should be no prevent strategy?
I do believe. The same way I believe there should be one for her, because she might do the exact same thing.
Do you think that that there have been plots that have been kind of foiled preemptively? Why not by
That's not relevant. I live.
Why is
you know Finsbury Park? Remember like a year and a half ago, a guy from Cardiff drove his van over every people?
In Ramadan.
What? It was on Ramadan?
It was Ramadan, yeah.
Okay.
After the
point
night
is,
prayer.
there's right-wing terrorists as well. And sadly, it doesn't look like you know what? I'm not saying she's going to blow herself up. I don't even think.
She commits
I don't think she has the
suicide
guts
she
to do that,
failed.
but that's a different story. But the point is, the right-wing extremists, they don't start off one day running their vans into Muslims.
They don't wake up.
That guy did.
What?
That guy did.
First,
He wasn't like kind of, I'm a grassroots kind of EDL
He was ranting about anti-Muslim stuff on live for months.
But he kind of suddenly went up very quickly. It was like the Manchester bomb attack. He kind of felt, I want revenge for this. So it happened very quickly for him, didn't it?
The point is, he was right-wing before it. It wasn't like right before the Manchester bombing, he was like, I love Muslims, let's go do an iftar meal.
Yeah.
And the next
Not
day,
that quite,
what?
but-
He
yeah,
was ranting against them beforehand. The point is, the Manchester bombing sped up his timeline. He would have done it at a different time. I was saying, the point is, the same way we have a prevent strategy for Muslims, I believe we should have one for right-wing.
Okay, so you think there should be, that sounds reasonable. So we should have a prevent strategy, one for Muslims and another for right-wing people.
I believe there should be a prevent strategy for
That's
anyone
fine by
that
me.
goes street.
Yeah.
My point is, she is beginning right-wing, where she believes the law is biased to Muslims, means you have to take the law into your own hands. She believes that. She believes Tony had to film it, so that she believes because the law wasn't doing the right thing, and send the contempt in court, which Tony pleaded guilty to, by the way. It wasn't. That's a different story. But she believes, he's a freedom fighter, he's a martyr. No, he's not. He broke the law and he's going to jail.
Okay, but don't you think the case could be made quite reasonably that kind of he was made an example of, and there's discretion.
He had a suspended sentence of like 6 months already.
Exactly,
He already had the sentence.
Yeah, and that was that.
Ah,
You
the
could say that
warning.
was also part of the making an example process.
He did
Because
guilty.
there are many other people outside that court who are doing it, who are breaking the law as
if
well.
in a minute time-
but they chose to kind of do Tommy Robinson in order to say to anyone else, hey, stop causing trouble, stop being inconvenienced.
If in a minute time, in 2 minutes time, the SAS to bulge on the park and arrest me for treason, and they give me a plea deal, I'm not pleading out. I know I'm innocent. No way in hell I'm pleading out. Don't care what they offer.
No, but
The point is-
you don't have a family though.
What?
You don't have a family.
Why?
Sometimes you have to make decisions. Like if he didn't take the plea deal and he went to jail, right then and there, that would be 6 months away from his young children. So obviously people will have to sometimes make decisions where they compromise what they think. I know I'm right, but I'll have to agree to this because I have other priorities.
And he's not a real freedom fighter. He's when they're going go tough, he backs out. And now you just said he's a coward.
No, I've said that just because you don't consider freedom fighting to be your number one priority in the whole world, how many freedom fighters would be willing to kill their child's neck, slit their daughter's neck in order to continue being a freedom fighter? Very few. Would you call them a coward? Probably not. Well, Tommy Robinson also prioritizes his family's welfare at some level. He prioritizes them over being a freedom fighter.
He went to the court thinking he'll get away with it. He didn't get away with it.
No. I'm saying that his reason. I'm saying
I don't want our viewers
but-
to think that you're advocating for white nationalism.
Well, I don't think Tommy Robinson's advocating for right nationalism.
No, he does.
No, but he isn't though. He isn't though. That's
Tommy
nonsense.
Robinson went to the court
If he
thinking
says get the
he
black
would
cunts
get
out here.
away with it. He thought
When
he
did he
could.
say that?
Tom-
There's a rally that he was at, I think it was in Coventry or Birmingham. coming up and the guy said, oh, let's get the black out of here. He's like, yeah, let's get the black out of here. So,
Okay, I've never seen that. So what I have seen is that he's kind of kicks out people from his rallies who wanted to say that. So
that's later. That's later.
What's the channel called,
They have
mate?
to do the PR.
What's the channel called?
Sorry.
He says, what's the
But
channel
he went to
called?
court.
He needs to
thinking
know the
he'd get
channel
away with
name.
it. If he would have known, he would have got arrested. He would have never went.
Muslim of your
possibly.
You shouldn't be surprised. You know, he comes down here to heckle Muslims all the day long. No wonder he would stand up for white Nazis, really.
يا ديمة خير وعطاء ويمام نقاء وسخاء يا نجما شع فأبهجنا يا شعلة نور وضاء يا ديمة خير وعطاء ويمام نقاء